I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at their big quarterback, standing at 6'5", north of 250 pounds, it's Cardale Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. The numbers for Jeffrey from last week, 5 catches, 79 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, and complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. On first down, Jones. James has got it. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Quickly now a look at the Eagles' offensive starters.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Here's Jones on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is a big-arm guy who's learned how to temper some of his throws. Actually has added a lot more touch and accuracy as his career has gone along. Big-time confidence in his arm, though. Any throw you want, he can make it.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford, that'll be taken in there by James Washington. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10 is Conner. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Stafford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw, Stafford. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Out there now, the lefty Tavecchio for the Falcon field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Partner, I think they saw something there. I mean, they came from the right side deliberately, and you know there's always a designated guy who goes and blocks it, but it's the rest of his teammates that get him free.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. From the gun, Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle. On 2nd and 9. Stafford going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that is incomplete here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones operating from the gun. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They give him 5 that time as they draw here for a 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And that'll be incomplete.
Pass interference.
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Brought down by Nate Gehring. Snell on the shotgun handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set, lady. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Stafford. Now he'll go deep down the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Stafford. Looking middle, And it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Stafford on third down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Holyfield, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And some room to maneuver. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one good for 26 and a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Hoffman. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now Jones, off play action. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Switzer on the return. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Stafford now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he finds McDonald. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
Watch the run.
They'll run on 1st down. Snell. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. From the 17, Stafford. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Stafford now to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Come on, D.
Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To the air again, Stafford. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That time a 9-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Go now. 30 base. 54. Line 54. Come to my work. Ready.
A carry here for Holyfield. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. They run with Holyfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line.
Mike is
on the draw. Here's Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun. Jones caught by the tight end Ertz. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Sanders. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deontay Burnett as the first half is winding down as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Rams who come in and get the victory on the road. 20-3, the final. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. DJ Chark, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jake Rudock, terrific in the win, and a much-needed win at that, as it is indeed their first on the year. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go, D.
Opting to run again here with White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one. Deep left. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 52 yards. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. First down, here's White. And some space here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Check, 59. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The kick by Tavecchio is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Off play action. Hoffman. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
Here's Jones. to throw on third down. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run with White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground with White. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Lady! Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with a fullback Nix, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first. On first down, Stafford here. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now White. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Stafford now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Stafford. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's White. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. And now a carry here for their fullback. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's third and goal. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
The penalty gets them half the distance closer, but they'll still need to come up with something on third and goal. Operating from the gun. Stafford to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first and 10, Jones. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Throwing, Jones. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Jones on first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
86 is on the go. That's you. Let's pick it up. It's outside.
Jones now to throw again. And this one complete to Burnett. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on third and inches.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Jones, operating from the gun. Got an open man, it's Burnett. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Jones now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker. Complete. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
This quarterback now 3 out of 5 since taking over as he's given his guys a first down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. Had some momentum going, driving down the field. That'll set him back 1st and 15.
I mean, that type of play, when you've got to go in your direction, shoot, my man Old Mo is arching an eyebrow at him right now. You've got me going. Keep me going.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of a yard. And for the defense, their 3rd sack of the game.
That number tells you that they're starting to put it together with their defensive game plan. They're starting to feel pretty good about what the offense is doing, bringing the pressure at the right time, and putting the quarterback on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go, deep, tighten up. Let's go.
2nd and long. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, blue 60!
Play action. Stafford. It's caught. This is White. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They defer to White out of the shotgun. Now White lost the football, and it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive the end of the kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he connects with Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch.
Right there, 54 Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones going to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete. The Eagles on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Lutz is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. He's going to have the hookup to Burnett. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open, but you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And now this throw complete to Washington. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now the Eagles down by 4. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's back to throw.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Vecchio to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now Jones on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that's complete to Sanders. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw it is Rippon. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On fourth down, Rippon. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on fourth down. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Steelers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road